Thank God it's Monday. Thank God it's every day. Thank God it's every day. Welcome to episode 8 of K-Rock Teaches. Today we're going over habits. Stay tuned, guys. Let's get it. So, habits. We're going back to fundamentals, guys. Fundamentals. We did in all this trying times with the coronavirus. We have to go back to the basics, okay? The foundations. The foundations are your habits. What are your habits, guys? What are you doing physically every day? Now, it's cool to sit there and say that you're going to do stuff, say that you're going to work out, say that you're going to study, say that you're going to learn something, okay? But what you physically do is a power. Okay, I know I talk about a lot about ET, but he's got so much knowledge, guys. I've been following him for the last 5 years, and he's imparted so much knowledge on me that I have to reiterate it. Okay, so I was feeling this, guys. I was feeling this hard. I was starting to spiral downward in all this time to do nothing. That I had no schedule, and my habits broke apart. They really did. I had nothing to get up and get out of bed for. But I felt myself spiral and I had to fix it. So I know that God was teaching me and telling me that I had to be able to share with the world. Okay? So, what are habits? Habits are really just routines and fundamentals with your brain. If you didn't know this before, humans are lazy. Okay? We're lazy. We are built to save and conserve as much energy as possible. So, in an effort to do that, your brain will program itself. Your brain will literally program itself. Research has shown that once you do something for the first time, your brain is firing trying to figure out what's going on and figure it out, right? But by the second and third and fourth and fifth and sixth time, your brain is actually firing a lot less than when it happened the first time. That's important, guys. So what it's actually teaching us is that your brain is learning certain movements and certain procedures and making them routine. Okay? So, in order to do that, it has to have a routine, or cue, a routine, and a reward. Come on, guys. Come on. You gotta feel me on this. Cue, routine, and a reward. That's the breakdown of a habit. It's literally the breakdown of a habit. That's how a habit is formed, and that's what makes up a habit right now. Now it's your responsibility and your reward to be able to change that and use your habits to be able to cultivate and create the life that you want. Let me say this a different way. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, studies for 6 hours a day. Six hours a day. That's a lot of time. That's 25% of his life that he's studying, and it's clearly paying off for him. That he's worth some hundreds of billions of dollars. I don't even know what his net worth is right now, but it's the fact that he reads so often and so much that he has that habit ingrained into him that he's able to sustain that. It's right here. He has a cue, a routine, and a reward. So we have to be able to build on this and create our own habits for our own successes. Once we master our habits, then we can be able to use them for future life. Let me tell you an example. The number one, my biggest habit by far, is making my bed in the morning. It really is. I was in basic training, or actually in MEPS, the station before basic training, that one of the drill sergeants, I don't even remember his name anymore, that when he said it, it just stuck with me till now. Well, 3.5 years later. But what he told us was that if you really want to change the world, start with making your bed in the morning. Yeah, let me say that again. If you want to change the world, start by making your bed in the morning. what it does psychologically is it starts with a small win. It gives you a small win early in the morning. It's not hard to make your bed. It's really not hard to make your bed, but it gives you that small win that you can use to build on for the rest of the day. If you start the day with a small win that you can actually say, oh, I did well, and then you go and do PT, and then that's another win, and then you just another one, it's another one. It's a snowball effect, and builds up into these big, great wins over time, all by starting with your bed. So start with your bed. Start with your bed, okay? Create that habit and get back to me. But we need a cue, a routine, and a reward. So let me use a bed example. So the cue is you getting up in the morning, is you waking up. This is gonna be the first thing that you do in the morning. That's gonna be your cue. That's the start point. The routine, making your bed. The reward, I need you to reward yourself with something. Whether it's food, whether it's an hour of ice cream, or not an hour of ice cream, just an hour of relaxation, or some time to meditate, or some time to yourself. But you have to have a routine in order to solidify the effect. Your brain works by routines and by feel good and not feel good emotions and hormones, okay? Your brain only feels one of the two things. So if we give it a reward system, then we can actually use its underlying mechanisms to work for ourselves, to work for us. For me, the cue I use is that I get to go have breakfast in the morning so that I can actually have proper nutrition to train and do my AM training session. So I'll wake up, immediately go to the bathroom, weigh in, and then I'll go in and make my bed and then go have breakfast. It's a routine that it just consciously happens, or subconsciously happens, but it's so powerful that I don't even have to think about it anymore. It just does, and I'm already better for it in the morning and doing more in the first hour than most people do all day. Especially in these times. Especially in these times. It's in these times where we have to be able to use these habits and be able to create something so that we can hold on to it for when life goes back to normal. If we don't have the discipline to be able to do it now, we never will. Or at least it's going to be so much harder. So use this time to be able to build it. Like I said, guys, I was already spiraling. I already felt myself spiraling with these habits. So I just say, okay, what were the habits I was using before all the coronavirus outbreak happened, and what was I using to execute and to sustain my life beforehand? I went back to my habits. I went back to my routines. So this morning I got up at 5:30 a.m. and got after my work. Let's get it, guys. We have to get our habits in order to, let me say that again. We have to get our habits in order to be able to conquer the world. Charles Duhigg said it the best. Once we know how a habit is formed and how it works, it's our responsibility to be able to use those habits, make them work for ourselves. It is our responsibility to be able to use that. Yes, there's a difference between responsibility and fault. Okay, the fault may not be yours, may not be anything. The fault and responsibility are two separate issues. It may not be your fault that the habit formed, but it is your responsibility to take care of it. Okay, let me say that again. It is your responsibility to change your habits and be able to work them for yourself. Let's get it, guys. Start with your bed and start with another habit. Let me go more into detail. So for the other habits that you want to be able to create and to mold yourself, these are some of the things that we're going to be doing. So first, we're going to experiment. Experiment with whatever habit that you want, whatever habit that you want to change, or even whatever habit you want to create. This works for creation of habits too. We have to be intentional with those too. So for the experiment, we're going to write and write and write. We're going to be writing 3 notes for a habit that we want to change. We're going to take the first week to just note and document. We're a researcher. We're not focused on changing the habit right now. We're just trying to understand the habit and what cues, routines, and reward systems that your brain is looking for. So when you feel urge or the habit coming on, we want to write down everything that we feel. We want to write down some of the things we want to write down are location, other people, your emotional state, your time, what time is happening, and then the event immediately preceding, what immediately led up to it, and then maybe even the 5 W's would also be a helpful note to have. So then you're going to write all these down, you're going to document all of these down, and then you're going to do whatever routine that you wanted. Say you're at work and you're feeling tired, so immediately you want to take a smoke. So you're going to pull out your notepad or your pen and pencil, your whatever. You're going to write down these things. What do I feel? What do I see? What do I hear? Who's around me? What led up to this? All that. And then you're going to go and experiment with a different routine. Okay? This is big, guys. So you want to smoke. Maybe you wanted the break that smoking allows you to. So maybe you go take a break to go to the vending machine and hit the bathroom, and then you come back. Immediately when you come back, you're going to write down what you feel. Anything that you feel, again, the same points that we said before, you're gonna write those down again after you did a different routine. Now, we're also going to wait 15 minutes and then write them down again. But this time we're gonna take a keen look at it. And ask ourselves the very specific question: do we feel the urge for that habit again? Do we still feel the urge for that habit? If so, then obviously whatever routine and whatever reward system that you're using didn't apply to whatever routine that you wanted and whatever break that your brain wanted. Maybe it was the nicotine that the urge was satisfying. Maybe it was talking to other people. Maybe it was walking outside. But for that first week, that's why I'm saying we just don't know. For that first week, we're not worried about breaking the habit. We're just trying to understand and get some information gathered about it. And then we can be able to break and remake the habit in our own image, in our own way, and make it work for ourselves. It's our responsibility and our duty to be able to do this and to make the best of our lives the best of our lives. Okay? Let's get it, guys. I'll see you guys for Wednesday. Also, I also have my NASM certification test tomorrow, so wish me luck about that. I am asking for prayers if you're about that life. Yeah, let's get it, guys. I'll see you guys Wednesday. Thank God it's Wednesday, and I'll see you next time. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it.